Torp here. Well, the underground is popping. Let's get into it. Step into my office. Never mind. Uh-oh. See where this one's going? Well, the underground has spoken about Pedro DoorDash Santiago, Mr. Bet on You. So I suppose it's a good time to share my thoughts yet again and see where it takes me. Perhaps this video will find some people well. Perhaps this video will piss some people off. So I guess it'll be a video just like my last 2,000 in my career as a creator. So DoorDash Santiago, what does he say? Pedro makes a video, his last video, explaining himself, why he got demonetized. He shows a screenshot of why he got demonetized. It's there for everybody to see. I'm not speaking about anything that hasn't happened or that he hasn't said himself. I thought it was funny. I laughed a little bit, then I chuckled. And then I laughed really hard as he kept going. I love it when he used the word jagged pill. It's a hard pill to swallow. What happened to being demonetized. Most of the video to me was humorous. There was one part towards the end that I thought, oh my God, he actually said it out loud. And we'll get to that in a second because I can't get past that part. That's actually what made me make this video. Other than the fact that MKE Deliveries made a short about this. I was going to share his link, but I've recently found out sharing links in the description no longer works. Or at least for some reason it doesn't for me. Because I've been told by a few people, his last link I shared doesn't work. So, and I know the short's still up. Anyway, Mr. Pedro went on and on and on about how many great things are happening in his life, but how much it sucks to be demonetized. Isn't that funny? Well, I guess it would be great to be monetized because you're making money to spew lies, bullshit, and harass people. Kindly, with respect. You ever notice that about people? It's like it's like delivering a piece of shit, of human excrement. You know what I'm saying? It's like delivering it, but wrapping it up in a bow. And that's what maybe a gold-plated bow. I think that's what it reminds me of when I watch his videos. When he was getting, like, what was it, last year, something like that, he was like making these videos about gig work, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I started watching him a year before that, and I was like, man, this shit's good. I remember thinking that this shit's really, really good. I'm inspired. You can do this, you can do that. He seemed to know how to work the app. He seemed to know his customers, the zones. He seemed to have a little bit of tips and tricks floating out of there for you. I was like, damn, that shit might work for me too. I got to give that a try. And you go out there and give it a try. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. But hey, you come back the next day. It's like, what's he up to now? What else might work? Because this shit's good. He's got a lot more education on this than I do. And then I noticed he was running ads, and I'm like, well, he deserves that. If you can run ads and help people out, by all means, get paid twice, double dip. DoorDash, gig apps, and AdSense. Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. Give you an example. Every single time I've watched something about how to fix my own house or on my car, I love the fact that those videos are getting paid for how-tos. They're helping me out. I say, I'm sorry, all I can do is watch this and like it. You're probably making a penny off my view, but I'm more than happy to support that, get that shit in the algorithm to help out some other people. That's how I felt about Pedro. What a wonderful guy I thought he was. And then he starts shifting and going to this other thing where he's like, bet on you one day at a time. I'm like, yeah, that's good news. I like that. That's actually positivity I can use. This job should be done one day at a time. I completely agree. It's funny though, they started talking about what are your future plans? I'm like, what happened one day at a time? Now need future plans? Well, how do you do both at the same time? Do you bet on yourself one day at a time for the big day? You're not explaining it right. Help me out here, please. He wouldn't do that. His next step was to say, have a backup plan. Get out. Get out of the gig work. Make sure that you've got a backup plan because this won't last. It's not going to work. I wish I'd have said that to him about AdSense. I'm like, dude, you better have a backup plan for YouTube. One day it might not be there with AdSense and you might have to actually depend on gig work or vending machines or these get-togethers or selling houses or working with vendors. whatever it is, what your flavor is. There you go, right? Which started dawning on me. That's got nothing to do with me. That literally he doesn't have a how-to on vending machines. He doesn't have a how-to on buying houses. He doesn't have a how-to on how to contract with vendors and merchants. He's never shared that, has he? He has here's a book or here's a website, Wix or something. Here's how you do it. Never did that. He just said he was doing it. Unless I missed something. Maybe there's a website. You can share that in links. You can share it with me if you want. So as I'm watching this, I'm like, well, what are we doing here? Are we talking about gig work? Making it work, making it positive, getting inspired, getting out there, watching the video when things are going bad, make you want to do some more gig work and say it'll get better. I know it will. This guy's doing the same thing. He's got a shitty day, but he popped. He made it work. So us in the underground, we're like, now all of a sudden he's saying it out. Have a backup plan. Make sure, because this won't last. This isn't good for you. Gig work is not good for you. That's what he kept on preaching, right? Well, I guess it's a damn good thing that he had this backup plan so good, because once he got demonetized, his last video, what did he say? His last video, what did he say? What's today's date? I gotta make sure I got this right, because if you find this video later, you're gonna say, what the fuck are you talking about? Because he's probably gonna make 20 videos by then. It is July 6th, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. His last video is still up. And it's something about, I don't remember the title of it, but you can go by the date. There you go, that's why I gave you the date. You can just go by the date. Go back to the channel, go by the date. Now he's saying that he's going to go back to gig work because he got demonetized. He's going back to gig work after 100 videos about leaving gig work to go find something or do something or to bet on you to grind. And as he's doing all the grinding and getting paid on AdSense to talk about grinding, he loses his AdSense, so he goes back to gig work. It's in his video. You can't make me out to be a liar, manipulator, or a drama queen on this. It's in his video, his words. He's going to start doing gig. I'm going to have to do some DoorDash again. I'm going to have to try DoorDash again. I'm going to have to get back to DoorDash. His comments come up and say, well, it's a good thing you're a top dasher. Y'all falling for this? For real, you're falling for this. I have a suggestion for you. If you're going to say, it ain't none of your business what he does. Oh, yes, it is. It's 50,000 viewers business. He's made it our business. There's nothing private about the man. Nothing. So if somebody wants to say something negative about what he's doing, if somebody wants to jump on the bandwagon of opinions about what he's going to do next or where he's screwed up in the past, that's open game. He's made that open game by sharing everything about himself and getting paid to do it. The problem is he flip-flopped. So when somebody calls him out on flip-flopping, and I see these people thinking, what are you fucking doing? Why in the fuck would you support a guy that does that? I was one of the first people he burned. It had nothing to do with how much money he has or how much money he's making or what kind of house he lived in or how many viewers or subscribers that he had. I'm like, I fell for it and I was pissed. I'm like, you told me that this was a great gig and this is how you do it. Tips and tricks, Pedro, ring a bell. And then after you do all that, you say, well, you need to have a backup plan because this isn't going to last. I said, well, then what the hell was all the work for? What was all the education for? Are you going to do that again? Is one of your next videos going to be about don't become a YouTube partner because they can pull your AdSense at any time? You need a backup plan. How many backup plans does this motherfucker need? How many? I haven't seen any undergrounders, any of us, bottom feeders. I haven't seen any of us complaining about this. And a lot of them are getting paid that are bottom feeders. A lot of the people that I associate with here on YouTube are bottom feeders. A lot of them are getting paid. So what's the difference with him? He's lying to you. They're full of drama. So at what point is it like wrong for me to say he's full of shit? He deserved to be demonetized. He said it himself. How many times you got be beaten over the head with the stupid stick before you wake up and become smart. It's like, wait a minute, stop hitting me with the stick. I can think for myself. I don't need you to tell me to bet on myself. I don't need you to tell me that I need a backup plan. I was here because I needed some assistance at one time with one task. You provided that. And then as I kept watching, thinking it would get better, it got a shit ton fucking worse with you telling me to get the fuck out of it. And now I see why he said it. Because he's getting fucking jacked up every fucking way he turns. Even some channels talk about, trust me, he's going to be fine. He's got ways to make money. You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds to me like somebody that's afraid that they're going to lose their money too. It's a validation of fucking up is what it is. Pedro fucked up and he's validating it. He's validating his fuck up. He believes he's been lying to his viewers so long that they're going to believe this new lie. And that's what it is. It's a new lie. This is a new and improved version of a lie. Because his old lies are failed. And he's hoping not too many people catch it. I can see that myself. It's clear as a fucking bell. As we all sit here and talk about the gig economy, he's talking about ways to get out of shit. Have a backup plan. Because he keeps fucking up. Wake up, people. Wake up. When he fucks up, he tells you it's all good. He'll just grind it out. Well, how about watching somebody that doesn't have to grind it out? They're not grinding it out. They're having a good time and being successful. They're just doing it, and it's working. These motherfuckers will tell you up and down the goddamn boulevard that everything is wonderful as long as they're getting paid, but once they don't get paid, they gotta go grind it out. It's like, I know there's this old saying about, well, you know, no, trial and error is a good thing. You're never gonna succeed if you don't try. Yeah, but you're fucking up so fast. Why? Was that what you want people to do, Pedro? Mr. Pedro, was that what you want people to do? You want people to fuck up? Because if they do fuck up following your advice, and then they keep on trying, yeah, they're probably going to believe what you said. It's like, yeah, you're right. I kept fucking up too, but I kept on trying, succeeding again, but then I fucked that up, tried again, fucked that up, tried again. I don't want to keep on trying and fucking up for the rest of my life. I like to just live a cool breeze, man. You know, I'm just sitting back. I thought DoorDash works for me. I love YouTube. I get to say what the fuck I want. I ain't got to worry about shit. Demonetization? Hell to the no. And I don't play with multiple phones. I don't manipulate the DoorDash platform. I ain't got to worry about a backup plan. Us bottom feeders have spoken about this many times, but we haven't been heard one whole hell of a lot. Because these bigger sunshine over the fucking valley people are the ones being heard. I think we're starting to be heard. And that's why it's time to speak up against the bullshit. This goddamn revenue shared fucking content gig creator fucking nonsense garbage. That special clothes, special makeup, special cars, special friends has nothing to do with the work. But they know that they're getting paid, so they're going to make it look like they're successful. Turn the page, demonetized. Turn the page, deactivated. Lies, manipulation, terms of service violated. And their followers like, I can't believe this happened to you. I didn't give you a tissue. Pedro lost his monetization. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. He's going to be fine though. I read comments and they all said he's going to be just fine. God, I hope so. I don't know if I can sleep tonight. Fuck twits. This is what I hate about YouTube. Right there. That's why I talk. That's why I speak. That's why I share my opinion. All these motherfuckers that have been leading these fucking sheep into a slaughter are still doing it to this day. And those fucking sheep are something else. If you look at their channels, pop on one of those comments. Look at that channel. Almost none of them have videos. Almost none of them have subscribers. He's got some bots working on that fucking channel, I'm telling you. But regardless, he's also got some real friends. He's got the Dashing Trader. Enough said right there. One of the biggest liars on YouTube. One of the biggest fraudsters on YouTube. and he brought Dashing Trader into his video today. I'm like, Dashing Trader got all the fucking claps for being deactivated on YouTube. Everybody, man, you're one of the best there is. Just like Megan and Nova, you're one of the best there is. I can't believe that happened to you. Fraud shouldn't count. Fraud shouldn't count. You should be able to lie, manipulate the platform on DoorDash. You're right. They're wrong. I'm like, what are you guys fucking kidding me? Who's listening to this and taking it to heart? If you are, that's on you. That's fine. You're allowed to your opinion. I'm not going to sit here and say I can think for everybody, but I'm going to tell you how I think, and I can see some other people do. MKE Deliveries and a few other ones have already popped up. They're not even going off their nut like I am. Because when the bottom starts floating up to the top, the shit that was floating up on the top overflows and hits the ground. It goes bye-bye. And these bottom feeders that these fucking Pedros and traders were laughing at why they were getting exposure for fraud and TOS violations. Oh yeah, no, dude, no. They got a backup plan. It's called McDonald's, $14.75 an hour. Fuck you and your vending machine story. Fuck you and your merchant contracts. Can I ask y'all a question? If he's got all these merchant contracts and all these vending machines, and he's doing so well in the world with all these business plans, these models that work so well, and he's just hardcore fucking banking, why is his channel DoorDash San Diego? Do you notice he recently changed that to Mr. Bet on You? He wants to prove a point. Remove your channel, Pedro, and start all over with Pedro's DoorDash business success stories. How about trying that? See if your little business ventures take off. Because you've pissed off a lot of people in the gig community, except for the ones that can't think for themselves. They love you. They're going to be at that thing that you got, or that group gathering, something or another, whatever the fuck that is. People are actually going to take their gas money, go up there and get together and suck each other's dick, I guess. I don't fucking know. The fact that they're even going to do that reminds me of the fucking Grammys. That's a lot of dick sucking in the Illuminati. That's just going to come back and haunt them. Don't even worry about it. They're all getting demonetized. They're all getting fucking kicked off and deactivated from YouTube and all this other gig work and all this shit. I mean, come on. Think about what you're watching for a second. One last note. When I give you my opinion, I want you to know something. My opinion is based in facts. Have you ever noticed in my videos I'll talk about something and I'll point out where I got it from? Pedro's last video. I made 2 or 3 of those about 30, 40, 50 videos ago. I could back my shit up. I knew this was going to happen. He's a line manipulating prick. He deserved what he got. I don't feel sorry for him for one fucking second. If he had stolen from me, I'd be mad. So it's the same thing. I'm still mad. Just like Dashing Trader. He's been fraudulently stealing from the system. I don't know. He's going to get it again. I don't know how many fucking family members that man has, but eventually they're going to run out of phones. And when they do, that motherfucker's going to be showing you how to successfully flip a fucking Big Mac at McDonald's. And he'll probably get 2 trillion views for it. I ain't following that shit. This is nonsense garbage in its finest. So yeah, I give a big round of applause to us bottom feeders for hanging in there and not slip sliding into the bullshit that these fucking big monetized channels call the truth. This is not even close to the truth. This isn't even a fairy tale. This is just some fucked up idea for them to get paid. They can give a fuck what happens to you, trust me. Ask me how I know. They don't give a fuck what happens to you. Couldn't give 2 shits about your life or what happens to you. They're getting off on the fact that you're following their life. I don't know how else to put it. Shame on you for watching. I watched his last video to have something to back this one up with. But I do feel pretty good about the fact that I didn't have to pay him to watch it. Torp out.